Coming up on OU Nightly, free at-home COVID tests are coming back. What we know from the Biden administration. Plus, a new campus program to help you get affordable period products. And a rideshare app just for OU students that is free and safe. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Snow Forth.
And I'm Bailey Coyle. We begin tonight with breaking news concerning the rise in COVID cases. The Biden administration is providing $600 million for new at-home COVID tests. The initiative will begin on September 25th and allows up to 4 tests per household. This comes as COVID cases are on the rise across the country.
The president believes it's very important to make sure that all Americans have access to tests. And so we will once again begin our program to provide Americans with an opportunity to request tests. Stay tuned. We'll try to get that out as quickly as possible, but that is the plan moving forward.
You can go to covidtest.gov to place an order for a free test with no cost delivery from the U.S. Postal Service. And back here on campus, lots of people drying out from last night's storms.
Yeah, and the OU Nightly weather team was on the air for more than an hour during the severe thunderstorm warnings. Right now, meteorologist Christine Gormley has a first look at tonight's forecast.
Yes, we are drying out this evening and overnight tonight, but that won't last too long. We'll have some storm chances for tomorrow. But here's a picture of what exactly went through Norman last night, went through campus. It was severe storm warned, but not too much hail with that. But this is a lightning strike caught by Dylan Strelko. And also at the State Fair for your forecast for the next couple of days, we do have our Drake Foley there right now. So Drake, what do you got for us?
Right now, it is the best time in Oklahoma. Not only is it Sooner football season, it's fair season. Right now, thousands of people coming out in droves here to experience the Oklahoma State Fair. As you can see, some people taking shade underneath the umbrellas because it is pretty hot outside right now, and you're definitely going to need some sunscreen and some cold refreshments. I definitely needed that sunscreen earlier as I'm now starting to get a little sunburnt. But when you come out tomorrow, there is a chance of rain, especially around the noon hours. So Christine's going to have more information to you. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yes, it is partly cloudy out there right now, but the sun is still out. So if you're heading over to the fair this evening, take that sunscreen and drink that water because it is pretty warm out. But tomorrow, those storm chances and those rain chances do ramp up again tomorrow afternoon, but 85 degrees. And once those storms do roll through, it will be a little bit cooler. Friday, 88, we do have a chance for some storms on Friday as well, but timing and where those storms are going to be and how severe that will be is still in question right now. But Saturday, warming up 90 degrees, and those wind speeds too are going to be pretty strong, especially this afternoon in the next couple of days. And coming up next, we're going to talk about on the weather. We're talking about warming up and rain chances continue. Weekend storm setup. I'll give you guys all those details here just coming up in the weather.
Thanks, Christine. The U.S. Federal Reserve announced it's pausing interest rates, and auto workers across the country are on strike. Kennedy Patterson has that and the rest of today's national headlines from the News Center. Kennedy.
Negotiations are on the table as the automakers strike for the 6th day. United Auto Worker leaders are demanding contracts that include wage increases, pensions, and a 4-day work week by Friday, or more planters will join the strike. The union plans to meet with executives tomorrow, including Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. The U.S. Federal Reserve is pausing the rise in interest rates to see the impact the increases had on the economy. According to Chief Financial Analyst for Bankrate.com, the government faces the challenge of returning to higher gas and energy prices, even with inflation and unemployment rates going down. A rise in migrants arriving in the U.S. is leading to tension in communities near and far from the southern border. The overcrowding has led to increased wait times at the borders and the temporary separation of families. Protesting on Staten Island led to the arrest of 10 people for blocking a bus carrying migrants. Mayors are calling on Washington for aid. Bailey, Snow, Kraft is recalling 83,000 cases of Singles American cheese due to possible choking hazards. Back to you.
Thanks, Kennedy. And a new program on campus will help some students save money on much needed products. One group says it's found a way to make period products available for free if needed. OU Nightly's Mecca Thompson is live at the OU Food Bank with the story. Mecca?
OU Women's Health Advocacy and the OU Food Pantry have one thing in common, and that's making an impact in the community. Now, their most recent collaboration involves making women's lives a little bit easier.
What happens is Flow on the Go, customizable monthly menstrual supply kits available for the community at OU. OU Women's Health Advocacy partnered with the OU Food Pantry to make period products free and accessible with just a few clicks.
The idea behind the project is to really promote breaking down barriers against stigma and shame that surrounds sometimes conversations about menstruating and periods.
OU students, staff, and faculty can order the kits to meet their monthly needs. To place an order, an online form can be found in both their Instagram bios in a link tree.
So far, this is our first month ever receiving orders and kind of launching the program. We have had 23 orders, which is awesome.
OU Women's Health Advocacy President Emily Carr tells me the project is a way to help enhance students' academic success.
We want our students on campus, our menstruating students on campus, to not have to skip a class because they're on their period, to not have to leave campus because they don't have a tampon. These things should be provided on our university so people can succeed.
Their funding also comes from sponsors who support both organizations.
Period OKC, I believe they're a nonprofit, and basically they've been really, really great. So they're helping us get some menstrual products.
On October 16th, the Food Pantry is hosting a Period Action Day where they're discussing menstruation and giving out products around campus.
You can place your order now, and pickup will be here at the OU Food Pantry on October 6th. Reporting live from campus, Mecca Thompson, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Mecca. More good news here on campus. A rideshare program is making it easier for students to get home safely. OU Nightly's Addison Arthur shows us how it works.
Instead of drinking and driving, OU Rideshare suggests you book a free ride through the app and sit in the back seat of your car instead of behind the wheel.
It is free, no questions asked, confidential. Our goal is to make sure that students get home safely.
The Safe Ride drivers can pick up and drop off students anywhere within a designated zone in Norman. That includes areas that many students go to, like Campus Corner in downtown Norman.
Safe Ride is a transportation program that is available for all OU students every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 p.m. until 3 a.m.
And getting that ride is right at your fingertips.
You need to get into the Google Store or the Apple Store and download the Norman On Demand app. And students need to sign in with their ou.edu email address in order to take advantage of the free rides during Safe Ride hours.
The rides are not only free, but also safe. The program makes sure every driver through the app goes through a background check.
We ask our transportation provider to make full background checks on drivers, just like they would in any other commercial transportation system.
So whether you are out late on a Friday night or just need a ride home from a friend's house, Safe Ride is available.
Importantly, we just want to get you to your destination safely. And with this partnership with Norman On Demand, we feel like students are having a really good experience.
Reporting from campus, Addison Arthur, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Addison. And for more information on the program, you can visit their website.
And the Biden administration is taking new steps to take on pollution.
Stay with us for the plan, and insurance rates could heighten.
Find out why and if your rate is at risk after the break.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
The Biden administration has announced a pollution grant. Josh Duncan has that and more in today's Earth Report.
The Biden administration today announced the new $4.6 billion grant program to reduce planet warming pollution. States, cities, and tribes can apply for funding to work on projects toward that goal. Proposed projects must decrease planet warming pollution, create jobs, and provide health benefits to low-income and disadvantaged communities. Millions of American homeowners could soon see insurance rates surge due to worsening natural disasters. A new study shows that nearly a third of homes and properties in the lower 48 are at higher risk of insurance premiums. Areas along the Gulf and Atlantic coast have the highest risk to increases due to hurricanes, while places in the West are at risk due to wildfires. And some Oklahomans in the Panhandle were lucky enough to see the Milky Way this week. Oklahoma Mesonet technician Steve Thompson captured this breathtaking photo of the cosmos from Eva, Oklahoma. The Milky Way will remain visible in the southern sky through October before becoming invisible in November. The best time to see the Milky Way this time of year is during the evening, a couple hours after sunset. Snow, Bailey?
Thanks, Josh. And up next on OU Nightly, the Oklahoma State Fair is in full swing.
After the break, learn how college students can get discounted tickets tomorrow.
Chances coming up tomorrow for your Thursday, and details about this weekend and what is going on with the rain chances this weekend as well, and details about tonight. I'll talk to you guys about that coming up. Stick with us.
To Sofia and Gabriel. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love. These stitches and threads join us together. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Well, welcome back to OU Nightly, and we have had some rain the last couple of days, yesterday, last night, and then the night before, and this is the past 24-hour precip totals, almost a half an inch, 3/10 of an inch in Norman, and just a little bit below that in Ardmore, but we still need that to see that rain in western Oklahoma for sure. They really need the rain out there, but Norman has seen the rain the last couple of days, and that is really good for us. Wind speeds right now are kicking up from the south, 16 miles per hour here in Norman, 13 in Oklahoma City, and those gusts are even higher than that. So especially if you're going out to the fair this evening, be prepared for that. But right now we're dry. That rain has shifted off into the east here, into the Midwest, and into parts of southeastern Oklahoma, into Arkansas. But we are drying up for this evening and tonight here in Norman, here in Oklahoma as well. Temperatures right now are in the 80s, 84 degrees in Norman, so it's a cooler afternoon and evening, warmer down in the region in Texas here, and 80s across the region. And lows tonight are going to be in the 70s, just above average for this time of year, 70s, 60s in the Panhandle. And for tomorrow, we are expecting more rain for tomorrow, and I'll show you guys that future track here in just a couple of minutes, but we are seeing some rain in 70s for your Thursday tomorrow, and highs tomorrow in the 80s tomorrow afternoon. If you see rain, it will be, you'll see temperatures lower than that tomorrow. But for tonight, there will be some rain in the east. Could be some strong thunderstorms out there. And then tomorrow morning around 8, these storms are going to start moving into the metro Oklahoma City and Norman, and then severe threat is possible for tomorrow afternoon. Just some strong thunderstorms and showers tomorrow, and then mostly the severe threat is for southeastern Oklahoma for tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon, going into Friday. So this is what our air mass forecast looks like. We do have that low pressure system coming into the state here in the next couple of days, and the highs tomorrow is going to be in the 80s. Future, we're seeing some more rain here in the next couple of days. So 80s next week, 30% chance of rain for Friday. And yeah, so we are going to see some more hot temperatures this weekend, ladies. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are looking forward to the rain tomorrow, but yeah, so could see some strong thunderstorms tomorrow.
Yeah, well, last night was really hectic. Luckily, I didn't get any hail.
I personally was outside in the rain and I got drenched.
Yes, it quickly moved past, and no hail last night for the Norman area, so that's good for people who don't want to get their cars hailed on for sure.
Yeah. And you'll want to sign up for Weather Call Next Gen ahead of this weekend's severe weather risk. Scan the QR code on your screen to register. You will receive a call when severe weather alerts are issued for your location for $12 per year.
Tomorrow, all college students get into the state fair with a discount. The fair's College Day offers $5 admissions with a student ID. Plus, OU's own Pride of Oklahoma, Sooner Schooner, and other Spirit squads from around the state will perform at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Students are limited to 1 ticket per ID at the fairgrounds.
And Oklahoma football's record looks all too familiar to the start of last season.
Abby Williams has how one player is preparing to keep the wins coming. Abby.
That's right. The Sooners are looking to maintain their momentum heading into Big 12 play.
And OU soccer is back to defend John Crane Field, where they have not lost this season. That and more coming up in sports.
It all can get so out of control. Sometimes you can lose your faith, you can lose your mind, lose your grip, get stripped of your pride till you don't know how you're gonna stay alive. Hey, hey, I got you. I will give you what you need, and I'll be right there. I got your back. I got you.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Abby Williams, and it's time for sports. Oklahoma heads to Cincinnati this weekend to begin Big 12 conference play. Head coach Brent Venables addresses the competition the Bearcats bring this Saturday.
I don't look at it as an advantage, so to speak. I know that their front is really, really good, and they're experienced, they're battle tested, and they've played at a really high level for quite some time. So they've been a very consistent group of guys.
Now the Sooners are 3-0 this year, but they started the same way last season and still finished 6-7. Connie Walker and the Sooners say they have a new mindset this season.
We was 3-0 last year around this time, and then we ended up losing to TCU. So now that we do have this opportunity, and we do reflect on it, because I mean during the summer we was reflecting on just not being who we was, who we used to be. So off rip on Monday we was kind of reminding ourselves look, we was 3-0 same time around this year last year.
It's decision day for 4-star edge rusher Danny Okoye, and he's choosing between Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas. The Tulsa native is the #1 Oklahoma recruit in the class of 2024, according to Rivals.com. He announces his decision tonight at 6:30. Lincoln Riley and the USC football program has suspended a reporter's media access to the Trojans for 2 weeks. According to the Orange County Register, USC says that the reporter, Luca Evans, violated a policy by reporting outside of media availability in the practice facility. Sooner soccer is ready to bounce back against Kansas State tomorrow night following their close loss to Omaha on Sunday. Oklahoma seems to know a little something about home field advantage, having never lost this season while defending their home turf. Kickoff is at 7. Now in the NFL, Week 3 is here, and the New York Giants travel to San Francisco for Thursday Night Football. NFL Network ranks the 49ers as the best team in the league, and former Sooner Sterling Shepard should see a lot of action with Saquon Barkley injured. Former Sooner star and Texas Rangers pitcher John Gray was benched after giving up 4 runs today against the Red Sox in just the first 2 innings. The Rangers finished with a 15-5 win, only allowing 1 more run for the rest of the day. Back to you.
Thanks, Abby. And coming up on OU Nightly, Crayola is getting into a news business, and it's not art supplies.
When we return, see what their new product is and how it's going to help nonprofits.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Things like grass clippings and leaves can contribute harmful levels of nutrients into our surface and drinking water. We must improve water quality at Lake Thunderbird, our main drinking water source, which begins with taking care of our stormwater. Bag your clippings when mowing, or leave them to break down and nourish your lawn. We drink our stormwater, so don't blow it by leaving your grass clippings in the street. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
I'm Savannah Simmons at the OU Nightly Update Desk. A lockdown was lifted at a local high school today after a student was seen on social media with a firearm. Oklahoma City Police were on scene at John Marshall High School this morning. Police say they did not find any weapon, but they did recover a laser pointer. Bailey, Snow, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Savannah. Crayola is growing their company and going into the flower business.
Crayola Flowers is the crayon maker's new online flower shop that sells bouquets and boxed flowers while doubling as a fundraising platform.
The company says that 10 to 50% of sales will go to charity and that nonprofit organizations can use their storefront as a part of their own fundraising campaigns as well.
So much fun, and the weather is warming up for this weekend.
Christine has one last look at the weather. Christine.
Yeah, temperatures are going to be warming up into Saturday, and then that cold front will come through, bring us some 80s for Sunday and the rest of the week. But we do have rain chances. Thursday, tomorrow, we have a 70% chance of storms and potentially strong thunderstorms tomorrow for your Thursday, and Friday also has the potential to have some thunderstorms in there as well.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Snowforth.
And I'm Bailey Coyle. Be sure to tune in to OU Nightly every weekday, live at 4:30. Good night.
Prepared as your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane. You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.